Hey, Andre, name's Mike Trudell. I work for the Lakers and Sportsnet. It's nice to see you.
I see you as well, Mike.
So, look at your career so far. You just had the 1 year with the All-Star with Blake in 18-19, and I wondered kind of how you think that what your game, the parts of your game that mesh with LeBron and AD, how that can kind of bring out what you do, and then how what you do can bring out what they do, and how that can all fit together.
For me, I'm just here to help in any capacity it may be in. I'm not here to do anything besides win. So I think playing with those guys are going to really benefit my game, be able to allow them to play their game and have a third person to, cause havoc in the paint.
And then I want to ask you about the defensive side of the court, which has been an emphasis under Frank Vogel, certainly. And if you had some initial conversations with him, Andre, about how you fit in there, what parts of your game you think are going to fit into what they've been doing there, and how you think that can help your game as well?
Yeah, speaking to Coach today, my defensive game is going to help this team out a lot with my quick feet, my quick hands, and able to, recover and play 1 through 5. So I think our defense is going to be really crazy when those guys come back, and I'm looking forward to it.
Dan?
Hey, Andre, Dan like you with the LA Times. When this opportunity came to you that you knew that you would get to pick your team, what were you looking for most, and why was it the Lakers?
For me, I thought it was just the best fit. I think being here, I'm able to come in right away and impact this team defensively. Just in my toughness on both sides of the court, but mainly defensively, just coming here to be the anchor for this team.
Kyle?
Hey Andre, I'm Kyle Goon with the Orange County Register. There were reports that LeBron and AD were talking to you throughout your decision-making process. What were those communications like, and what impact were they telling you they felt you could make on this team?
I made my decision based off what was best for me, not because of what anybody told me. Definitely talking to these teams and talking to guys about how I fit on the team was a fun process for me, and having that conversation with those two guys and what they were looking for from me was something I was willing and excited to do, especially for this franchise.
If I could ask a follow-up, this is based on, salary cap things. This is pretty much going to be a 1-year experience for you with the Lakers. Does that, impact anything you think about your future, or was that something that you had to think about in regards to choosing maybe another team?
For me, I'm just focused on wearing this Lakers jersey right now. When the time comes for the next decision, we'll cross that bridge. But as of right now, my main focus is helping this team win as many games as possible.
Bill?
Hey Andre, Bill Oram from The Athletic, welcome. So far in your career, obviously you've been in the league for a number of years, a couple All-Star games, but obviously playoff success has kind of eluded you so far. Just what do you think it is going to be like to be kind of in a championship chase, and what has it been like to kind of be missing that so far in your career, and what are you looking forward to about that?
For me personally, just having that playoff experience but not having success was something I was hungry for. I was hungry to get back in the playoffs again and really get a true experience of what it's like to, play on the biggest stage. So being here and being able to have the opportunity is truly a blessing, and I'm excited to take on this role.
Dave?
Yeah, Andre, Dave McVenom with ESPN. A tweet surfaced from 2011 that you put out where you said one of your goals in life is to meet LeBron and either play with him or against him.
I was 17.
Are you familiar
Yeah.
with that tweet? And has that caused you to have any full circle life moments now that you're joining the Lakers?
It's funny about that tweet because when it came out, I was actually sitting down with my best friend. He's like, "Yo, bro, I remember the day you tweeted this. Like, it was the day before I went to UConn." And just for it to come back full circle and have the opportunity to do it, it's just crazy how time works.
Melissa?
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good. So when Draymond Green went
Melissa, will you tell Andres and tell him what outlet you're from, please?
Oh, sure. Sorry. Melissa Rowland from Fox Sports.
Okay.
When Draymond Green went viral a while ago for speaking out in support of you and what he viewed as double standard in the way players and teams are treated. What did that mean to you at the time, and what was that period like for you?
This whole experience has been a crazy time for me, but definitely a blessing for me to have this time to really focus on myself and take this time to get myself prepared for the next opportunity, which is now. For Draymond to do that for me, a friend of mine, I've known Draymond for years, and for him to do that and go out and talk about that is really cool on his part, and I was definitely honored to, have guys support me during this situation.
BT?
What's up, Dre? X-Man from LA Times. You've been a starter your entire career, and obviously the Lakers have Montrezl Harrell and they have Marcus Gasol as the starting center. And discuss with Frank what your role would be with this team.
Yeah, that discussion I've had with Frank already, with Coach Frank. I know what it is. He knows what it is. The team knows what it is. So I'm just here to help in whatever capacity it may be in. I'm not here to steal nobody's shine. I'm just here to help this team win as many games as possible.
Alan?
Hey Andre, welcome to LA. Alan Stewart with 710 ESPN.
Thank you.
Just want to get your thoughts. Of course, the long stretch for playing for a championship, but how important do you think your role can be in the immediate future with LeBron and AD out? And if you have an idea when you think you'll make your Lakers debut?
Well, I just got here yesterday, so I'm still trying to figure all this stuff out right now. But, I think for me personally, I could have an immediate impact defensively for this team. So I'm looking forward to having the opportunity to step back on the court again. It's been almost a month and 10 plus days since I've last played. So you can imagine the hunger and excitement I have to play and step on the court.
Let's see, we'll do a few more here. Johan?
Hey Andre, Jovan Buha from The Athletic. Wanted to ask you what you think about your fit with AD will be. And, he's obviously someone that you guys were drafted the same year, and you guys have kind of had similar journeys. Like, I'm curious what you see about your fit together.
Great question. I think for me coming here, I think AD could slide to the 4 and play his true position and be very good at it without taking all the bumps and bruises that I do at the 5. So I'm looking forward to having that tandem with him and being on the same court as him.
Mark Berman?
Hey Andre, Mark Berman here with Post.
Mike, how are you?
Berman, the Knicks actually need a center now. What kind of consideration did you give New York?
All I know is that I'm here now in LA. I'm just here to win as many games as possible. I'm not really discussing that.
Okay, I have a couple of follow-ups. Let's go, Mike Trudell.
Hey, Andre, just want to ask you about KCP and Markieff Morris. I know you spent some time with them in Detroit, especially KCP, and if there's any of that continuity and comfortability that they can help your transition here?
Yeah, having those two guys as ex-teammates in Detroit, Pope being somebody that was drafted in Detroit, and I was able to watch him grow as a player. Then Markieff, being on the same court as him a year ago, those guys are going to be able to help me out a lot and get me adjusted quickly.
Okay, and the last 3 follow-ups, we're gonna go Dan, Bill, and Dave. We'll start off with Dan from all time.
Hey, Andre, can you kind of just take us through what the last month has been like, where you've been training, how you've been able to train, and kind of what the ramp-up process has been to getting on the court?
Yeah, this past month has been crazy for me, just figuring out how to stay in shape and game shape. That is, it's always easy to stay in shape, but game shape is definitely a lot harder to do without playing full contact 5-on-5. But I figured it out. My staff is great who I work with. I had an incredible month of work where I'm ready to play today.
Were you out in LA during that stretch?
I was not. I was in Cleveland. I don't even know where that came from or why people said I was in LA, but I was never here.
I think because there was sun in the pictures. And people used to see that in Cleveland. I think it's because it was sunny in some of your Instagram pictures. I think people were guessing.
Oh, I went to Florida. I went to Florida to see some family.
Okay, and the last 2 follow-ups. Bill?
So Andre, you said you're ready to play today. Obviously, people are eager to see you on the court. I mean, is Wednesday in the cards for you? Did you play on Wednesday against Milwaukee?
That's something we have to discuss today. I don't know by the end of today what's happening on Wednesday.
And last, Dave.
Dre, where do you leave things with Cleveland? Obviously, we mentioned the Draymond point that he made, and obviously you liked him sticking up for you. But is there any bad feelings leaving the organization, or where do things stand?
Oh no, absolutely not. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Cleveland. I love my time that I was there. I love my teammates that were there. I built a great relationship and bond with those guys. The front office, I have no anger or malice towards them. Appreciate them for taking me on last year and giving me a chance to play. But I'm in a new city and ready to take it on.